All right, what's up, guys? Pepman, Matt Morrow here, Carolina Varsity, bringing you this week's best to last, the solo video in video edition. Dale's gonna put this together. It'd be kind of interesting to see. Um, but let's get started here. Number 22 is Garinger. They lost to Marvin Ridge last week. Number 21 is Hopewell. No change in either of their rankings. Garinger still 22, Hopewell 21, lost to Davie County, although they did play better. So they're showing a little bit of progress here. Number 20 is Independence. They lost to Vance. They did actually score the first points in that game. However, Vance kind of woke up and took over from there. But no change in their ranking. Number 19 is West Charlotte. They lost a close game to Berry. No change in their ranking. They dropped one spot, but it's really not their fault. Number 18 is Harding. They're on a bye last week. But moving up one spot because they won their first game. Congratulations to Coach Witherspoon. His first win as a head coach is Berry. They won over West Charlotte to get a first win on the season, and they're showing a lot of progress. The defense is playing a lot better, and the offense has been productive all season long. Number 16, dropping two spots, is Olympic. They lost a tough game at home to Porter Ridge, a game Dale attended, and I know he's going to talk a little bit about when he gets to his players of the game. Number 15, moving up a spot. Big win for Providence, getting their first win on the season, an upset victory at East Meck. Very good win. And, looks like they're starting to get healthy, and they're getting, better at the right time. And, they move up a spot as a result of this. So that's 22 through 15.
Okay, from the Carolina High School football report from Carolina Varsity, starting at number 22, going to 15. 22 is Garinger, Hopewell, West Charlotte, Philip O'Berry, Independence, Harding, Olympic, Providence.
Now we're going to look at the next five, 14 through 10. Number 14 is North Meck. They lost to Rocky River in overtime. And North Meck sitting at 2-3 on the year, opening conference play next week. And, it's a tough game to lose in overtime, man. There was a blocked extra point. I know a lot of people didn't talk about this game, but that's how Rocky River won. And as a result, they move up two spots to number 13 this week in the win over North Meck that they got. Moving up one spot is number 12 is Porter Ridge, their highest spot so far in the year and the best to last. They won 20-14 over Olympic, and a team that has continually got better and shown improvement consistently. And they're ahead of schedule, man. And they're gonna be tough. They could sneak in the playoffs here with a couple more wins in the conference play. And number 11, dropping two spots, is East Meck after the upset loss to Providence at home. And they're sitting at 3-2 on the year, getting ready for conference play. And number 10 is Ardrey and they move up a spot, but they were on a bye. So that's teams 14 through 10.
Okay, the Carolina Varsity High School football report has teams 14 through 10 listed in the following manner. At 14, Rocky River, then North Mecklenburg, Porter Ridge, Ardrey, East Mecklenburg. Rocky River defeats North Mecklenburg, but yet they're below them.
Now let's look at number 9 and through number 5. We'll do it that way. Number 9 is West Meck. They move up a spot, but they were on a bye. Gotta be a consistent theme here. Number 8 is South Meck. No change in their ranking. They were on a bye. Number 7, A.O. Brown. They were on a bye. Number 6 is Huff. They dropped two spots after losing to Butler at home this past week. And number 5 is Myers Park. Myers Park moves up a spot into the top 5, their highest spot this year, in the best of last, with the win over Sun Valley that I attended. And I just have to shout this out in the best of last, that Myers Park defensive coaching staff did a heck of a job, man. They were down 3 starting defensive backs, and they had a freshman at free safety, very talented freshman, what I've been told, but he's a freshman. And at one point, one of the other DBs that was in went down, so they had to put the kicker in at corner. And they held a very good offense to 14 points, so I just had to shout them out for that. That's excellent. So that's 5 through 9 right there.
Okay, the Carolina Varsity High School Football Report 9 through 5 starts with number 9, South Mecklenburg, Myers Park, Huff, West Mecklenburg, A.L. Brown.
So now we're
Oh,
going to take a look
goody.
at the top four and the best of last, and we have a little bit of a change. Not as drastic as the Sweet 16. Number 4 is Charlotte Catholic. I believe they were on a bye last week, getting ready for conference play. They move up a spot. The top three did not change despite what happened in Rock Hill, and I'm going to explain why. Number 3 is Vance. They won over Independence, which was expected pretty much. Number 2 was Butler. They got a good win on the road at Huff, a top 10 team in the city. And number 1 still for me is Mallard Creek, even though they lost to South Point. All right, let's take a look at those top, let's say, we could just say top 5 teams. And let's break this down a little bit, okay? All right, Myers Park is 5-0. And, they've beaten, obviously, everyone that they've come up against. And probably their best wins are South Meck. Sun Valley is a good win also. And they've beaten Audrey Kell. So they've beaten, 3 pretty good teams there. Charlotte Catholic has progressively gotten better as the season has gone along, as we, thought they would, of course. They lost to Christian, but they've turned around and they've improved every game since. And we know that their pedigree, kind of speaks for them. They are, in this spot, for that reason, and that they're very talented and very well coached. All right, Vance, they're 5-0, and they've beaten everyone that they've, had on their schedule. Nothing wrong with that, and they've done it in impressive fashion. Very impressive. And I saw them in the preseason. I love Coach Brandon and what he does on offense. And that defense is coming around. They were young and they're, starting to get better as time goes on. But, it's not their fault of their own. When they made the schedule, they didn't expect some of these teams to be as down as they are. They're going out and playing people. They're playing out of state teams. The George Washington team out of Virginia is traditionally a power type of team. And we all know Independence is normally a power. When they scheduled that game 2 years ago, who saw this, fall off coming? So it's not really Vance's fault here. Their best win was week 1 when they came back to beat West Meck. So it's hard to say where they are overall. You know what I'm saying? A very talented team. I like them a lot. And they can, if you ask Coach Brand, Sweet 16 number 1 is nice, but they've got bigger picture aspirations, and that's a state championship. If you guys remember that from the interview we did in the preseason. So they're number 3 for me. Number 2, Butler. I think it's impressive to go up to Huff and get that win. Huff is a very well coached team, a team that has been very good over the past few years. Obviously beating Mallard Creek last year, so it's no nothing to sneeze at. But they lost to Mallard Creek head to head, so I can't put them over Mallard Creek. Most of the time when a team is head to head and they have the advantage, I can't justify that when it's something on this scale at the top of the poll. And Mallard Creek, we all know they've gone out and they've played the best of the best, and it's no shame to lose to that Rock Hill South Point team, who's consistently a state power and a state champion down in South Carolina. They beat 3 very impressive teams, 3 teams that have been state champions, many times over. And 1 loss is not going to take away from that for me. So they're still number 1 in the best of last. So that's my reasoning on it. Believe me, if you agree, disagree, we'd love to hear it. I think this is a very good thing to discuss as we open up conference play. Once again, please post yours below. Thank you for watching, and enjoy Dale's commentary and the information from the Carolina Varsity Report on this as well. Thanks a lot.
Okay, this will be brief. 4 through 1 in the Carolina High School Football Report from Carolina Varsity, is Vance, Butler, Catholic, Mallard Creek. So there's a flip there between Butler and Catholic. I agree with Matt on keeping Mallard Creek at number 1. I think everything he said, I can't argue with it. I think I would move West Mecklenburg up a little bit and Independence as well. I'd move them up a couple of spots. Otherwise, Matt, I agree with everything that you said. So that's it. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I hope you like this new format. Hope you made it this far. Thank you.